The text message glowed on my phone like a neon sign in hell. If you don't behave, I'll give my lips to someone else. My wife Lena thought she was being cute. I told her to pack her bags. Now she's begging me to believe it was just a joke. Before we dive deeper into this story, I have one small request. Please subscribe, drop a like, comment, and hit that hype button to boost this channel so more people can discover these incredible stories. My name's Jake Morrison, and I'm a structural engineer who builds bridges for a living. Ironic, considering my marriage was about to collapse like a poorly designed overpass. You're overreacting, Jake, Lena said, tossing her blonde hair over her shoulder as she applied lipstick in our bathroom mirror. It was just a stupid joke. I leaned against the doorframe, watching my wife of 8 years prepare for another client meeting at 7 p.m. on a Friday. Real estate agents sure worked odd hours these days. Funny joke, I said, almost as funny as finding your burner phone. Her hand froze mid-application. What burner phone? The one hidden behind your makeup bag, the one with all those sweet messages to Chad Dorsey. Lena's face went pale beneath her foundation. Jake, I can explain. Save it for someone who cares. I pulled out the small silver device. Want me to read them out loud? Can't wait to taste you again. My husband's working late. Come over. Real professional stuff, Lena. She spun around, her eyes flashing with anger instead of shame. You went through my private things? Your private things were buzzing on our kitchen counter while you showered. Chad's pretty eager. Sent you a selfie from his bedroom. Nice abs for a 45-year-old real estate broker. It's not what you think. It's exactly what I think. I pocketed the phone. You're cheating on me with your boss, and you're too arrogant to even hide it properly. Lena's mask finally slipped. Maybe if you paid more attention to me instead of your stupid bridges and blueprints, I wouldn't need to find excitement elsewhere. There it was. The real Lena, finally showing her true colors. Pack your bags, I said quietly. Tonight. You can't throw me out of my own house. Watch me. This house is in my name, bought with my money before we got married. Check the deed. Her face crumpled into fake tears. Jake, please. We can work this out. I love you. No, you love my paycheck. There's a difference. As she stormed past me toward the bedroom, I pulled out my real phone and called my best friend Rick, who owned Murphy's Tavern downtown. Rick, it's Jake. I need a drink and a favor. What kind of favor? The kind that involves teaching my cheating wife and her boyfriend a lesson they'll never forget. Rick chuckled. I'll get the good whiskey ready. Murphy's Tavern smelled like stale beer and broken dreams, which perfectly matched my mood. Rick poured me a double bourbon while I explained the situation. So she's been screwing her boss and had the nerve to threaten you with it? Rick shook his head. That takes some serious balls. The worst part is everyone probably knows. Lena's friends Tasha and Margot are always gossiping. I bet they've been laughing at me behind my back for months. What's your play? I pulled out Chad's business card, which I'd found in Lena's purse. Chad Dorsey, Premium Properties. I did some research. He's married too, with twin daughters in private school. His wife volunteers at the country club. You're not thinking of telling his wife, are you? That's amateur hour. No, I'm thinking bigger. I leaned forward. Chad's been asking Lena questions about my work. My current project is a revolutionary bridge design that could be worth millions in patents. I think he's using her to get inside information. Rick's eyes widened. Corporate espionage through adultery. That's cold. That's opportunity. I finished my bourbon. I'm going to destroy both of them, but I'm going to do it smart, legal, devastating. What do you need from me? Your security cameras cover the parking lot, right? And you know everyone in this town. Like the back of my hand. Good, because I'm about to put on a show. The next morning, I implemented Phase 1. I left fake blueprints on my desk at home, marked Confidential Morrison Bridge Project, Phase 3. The designs were complete nonsense, but they looked impressive. I made sure Lena saw them when she came to collect more of her things. "Still working on your little bridges?" she said with fake sweetness. "This little bridge is going to make us rich," I replied, not looking up. "The city's paying me $2 million for the design. Patents could be worth 10 times that." I watched her eyes light up with greed. Hook, line, and sinker. That afternoon, I followed her to Chad's glass office building downtown. Sure enough, she went straight to the top floor. Through the windows, I could see her showing him photographs of my fake blueprints. I called Rick. "Phase 2 is a go." The confrontation came sooner than expected. Chad called me directly. "Jake Morrison? This is Chad Dorsey from Premium Properties. I understand you're working on some interesting municipal projects." "Who told you that?" "Word gets around in a small town. I represent some investors who might be interested in your bridge designs." The audacity was breathtaking. "You mean you represent yourself and you're pumping my wife for information?" Silence on the other end. "Here's what's going to happen, Chad. You're going to meet me at Murphy's Tavern tonight at 8 p.m. Come alone. I don't think... Bring Lena if you want. I've got some things to show both of you." That evening, Chad arrived without Lena, wearing an expensive suit and a nervous expression. Rick had cleared out the back room for us. "Drink?" I offered. "I'll pass. Look, Morrison, if this is about Lena, it's about a lot of things." I slid a manila folder across the table. "Open it." Inside were printouts of all the text messages between him and my wife, photos of them entering his office building together, and copies of my fake blueprints with his fingerprints on them, courtesy of the coffee cup Lena had brought him, which I'd retrieved from his office trash. "You've been using my wife to steal my intellectual property," I said calmly. "That's corporate espionage, federal crime, 5 to 10 years. Chad's face went white. "Those blueprints are fake." "Prove it, in court, in front of your wife, your daughters, your business partners, and the entire town." I leaned back. "Or we can handle this my way." "What do you want?" "Justice, entertainment, revenge, pick your favorite." Before Chad could respond, the tavern door burst open. Lena stormed in with her friends Tasha and Margot in tow. "There you are!" Lena pointed at me accusingly. "Tasha saw your truck. What are you doing here with Chad?" "Having a business meeting," I said. "Chad was just explaining how he's been using you to steal from me." "That's not true." But Lena's eyes darted nervously between us. Tasha, a redhead with a sharp tongue, stepped forward. "Jake, you need to let this go. Lena made a mistake. But she loves you." "Really? Is that why she's been planning to leave me once Chad gets his hands on my bridge patents?" Margot gasped. "Lena, you didn't tell us about any patents." "Because there aren't any," Lena snapped. "Jake's just a boring engineer who builds boring bridges." The room fell silent. Even Chad looked shocked at her viciousness. "You know what?" I stood up slowly. "You're right. I am boring, but I'm also smart and patient and very, very thorough." I pulled out my phone and opened a live stream app. "Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lena Morrison Show, where we discover what happens when a cheating wife meets consequences." "Jake, don't..." Lena lunged for my phone, but Rick blocked her path. "Too late, sweetheart. It's already broadcasting to Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Say hi to your real estate clients." The live stream exploded with viewers as word spread through our small town's social media networks. Within minutes, we had over 300 people watching. "For those just joining us," I addressed the camera, "my wife Lena has been cheating on me with her boss Chad Dorsey, and they've been trying to steal my engineering designs. But here's the funny part. The designs they stole are completely fake." Chad made a move toward the door, but Rick's bouncer friends had quietly surrounded the building. Small towns have their advantages. "The real bridge designs are locked in my office safe," I continued. "But Chad here was so eager to get his hands on them, he convinced my wife to seduce me for information. except Lena's not smart enough to tell the difference between real blueprints and garbage. "This is harassment," Lena screamed. "I'm calling the police." "Please do. I'd love to show them the evidence of corporate espionage and adultery." I held up a thick folder. I've got months of documentation. Photos, text messages, financial records showing Chad's been paying for Lena's new clothes and jewelry. Even hotel receipts. Tasha and Margot slowly backed away from Lena as the implications sank in. "You used us," Margot said quietly. "All those times you asked us to cover for you, to lie to Jake. You were stealing from him." "It wasn't like that." "It was exactly like that," Tasha interrupted. "I defended you. I told Jake he was paranoid." The live stream comments were brutal. Neighbors, co-workers, and clients were recognizing Lena and Chad, sharing the stream, adding their own stories about suspicious behavior they'd witnessed. Chad finally found his voice. "Turn off the camera, Morrison. We can work this out privately." "Like you worked out stealing my designs privately? Like you worked out screwing my wife privately?" I laughed. "No, Chad. This is public now, just like your marriage is about to be." I held up my phone to show a text message. "Your wife Jennifer just sent me this. She's watching the stream. She says to tell you the divorce papers will be ready Monday, and she's taking the girls to her mother's house tonight." Chad's face crumpled. "You bastard. You've destroyed my family." "No, you destroyed your family when you decided to steal from me and sleep with my wife. I just made sure everyone knew about it." The tavern door opened again, and this time it was the police. Officer Martinez, who I'd known since high school, walked in shaking his head. "Jake, we got calls about a disturbance." "No disturbance, Mike. Just a public service announcement." I handed him the folder of evidence. "Though you might be interested in this corporate espionage case." Martinez flipped through the documents, his expression growing serious. "Chad Dorsey, you're going to need to come with us for questioning." "This is insane," Chad protested as Martinez cuffed him. "Those blueprints are worthless." "That's not the point," Martinez explained. "Attempting to steal trade secrets is still a crime, even if the secrets turn out to be fake. It shows intent." As Chad was led away, Lena turned to me with tears streaming down her face. "Jake, please, turn off the camera. We can fix this." "There's nothing left to fix, Lena. You made your choice when you decided I was too boring for you." "But I love you." "No, you love my money. You love my house. You love my stability. But you don't love me." I looked directly into the camera. And now everyone knows it. The live stream numbers climbed past 2,000, then 3. Notifications kept rolling in. Shares, reposts, hashtags forming in real time. The entire bar hummed with the quiet disbelief of people realizing they were witnessing the exact moment someone's life imploded. Lena stood trembling, her perfect hair soaked from the earlier rain, mascara streaking down like war paint gone wrong. The comments scrolled faster than she could breathe, half of them cheering me on, the other half demanding her license be revoked. Someone had already posted screenshots of her agency profile, tagging her broker. Someone else said a journalist was clipping the video for the evening news. "Your career is over," I said, voice even, almost gentle. "Your reputation is gone. Your boyfriend's going to prison. Your friends want nothing to do with you. And all this because you thought you could humiliate everyone around you and walk away smiling." Her eyes flared, rage, shame, disbelief, all twisting together. Then she slapped me, hard. The impact cracked like a gunshot. Phones caught the moment from every angle. The live stream chat erupted into chaos. I didn't move, didn't even touch my face. "That's assault, Lena. On camera. 2,000 witnesses, and a police officer standing right behind you." Detective Martinez looked tired, almost sympathetic, but protocol was protocol. He took out a second pair of cuffs and stepped forward. "Lena Morrison, you're under arrest for assault," she shrieked, struggling as he read her rights. "You think you've won, Jake? You think this is justice? I'll ruin you. I'll take everything you own. Good luck, I said. Adultery affects divorce settlements here, especially when you mix it with corporate espionage. As Martinez led her outside, the camera caught the flashing red and blue lights through the rain-streaked windows. She turned one last time, mascara running, screaming my name, but the crowd's noise swallowed her whole. I faced the lens again, calm, collected. Ladies and gentlemen, I said, this has been Jake Morrison reminding you that actions have consequences. When someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And if someone threatens to give their lips to someone else, help them pack their bags. The comments exploded with laughing emojis and applause emojis, hearts flying across the screen like fireworks. I ended the stream, the sudden silence of the tavern feeling sacred. Rick poured another bourbon, sliding it across the bar. That, he said, shaking his head, was art. I took a slow sip, the burn grounding me. Not art, I said quietly. Just truth, and that was only the opening act.